Mic check, mic check. I think my mic's running through AirPods this morning, so audio might be a little bit different. Mainly because I need some music in my ears today. Um, all right, let's hop into Bitcoin here. Market's going to open here pretty soon. Um, so we're currently stuck up in the area of the chart where the supply entered the market yesterday that caused the fall to the low. Now, I'm not saying that that means that that supply is like extra significant. I'm just saying that happens to be where we are. Happens to be where we are. Really, like you can't even change 15-minute structure until you get above 96, 730. Um, and it's probably like the same thing that you have to hit to change. No, it's not. It's not. I lied. It's not 4 hour structure. It's not 4 hour structure. But it's up there, right? Like that's like the same high for your 1 hour structure as it is for your 15. Um, Now, I mean, having said that, just looking at it from a range perspective, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, right? So top question mark. Um, so I guess to state that more clearly, I would say looking for longs this morning, and top of the morning, Luke Saldana and Anthony Soprano as well. So yeah, looking for longs this morning. Now, if we're paying attention to our 15-minute structure coming up from the low, this structure, I'll leave that right there. So we so far have not closed below this low yet. And that would break 15-minute structure. I mean, it's a pretty crumped up range. It is a 15-minute break. I can't say it won't be. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to measure it. Uh, yeah, tiny little range, right? Um, so, like here, I think that's a great place for a long this morning. That would be the concentrated area coming out of the prior break. This would be like your decisional point of demand. And yeah, very much like that spot for now. I mean, please understand that if we're down there, we are under bearish 15-minute market structure. So there's that, right? Like there's just that. Now, maybe that doesn't even happen. Maybe we don't even get a chance here on market open. Let's be honest. It's 6 minutes away, guys. So chances are far better that the way that I plan on trading this today is hold on, let me clean up and let's get ready to work here. Range, okay, range, deviation, break of structure, demand. So in about 6 minutes here. What I anticipate to see on the 1 minute time frame is a slightly bearish candle that snaps down with a wick and continues up and stop below this low. Target one, and by target one, I'm not saying you treat it however you want to. That's just a stop, probably like a stop loss to break even for me, because what I want to see happen. Let's get down to the 15 maybe. Um, what I want to see happen is something that looks a little bit more like this. We range, we initiate, we mitigate, we continue. Something along these lines, right? Something along these lines. So I want to be de-risked by here. In the event that we come up here and maybe I'm not available at the charts or whatever, and we do come back down for a mitigation, just to reduce my risk in that position, I would prefer to be at break even by the time that happens. You bastard. Let's come on, man. Come on, dude. I just don't as much as I saw all of this action earlier today, yeah, yeah, saw that building a little bit while ago. I just don't like making my entry before I see New York market open. And so, for that matter, if if we're like, let's think about this, right? Because if we're up here at market open and I'm covering this to de-risk here, risk reward starts to look a little shit. Um, looks a little shit. So let me think about this for a second. Hmm. Hmm. I'd say there's one good thing we have: lots of accessible liquidity. So a break out of here would be pretty logical to initiate as high as that. Maybe even just a partial run on that liquidity prior to a turnaround and a further leg up. Um, it does make me feel better. Does make me feel better about the risk reward in that area. It does make me feel better. And I'm going to open up my exchange. I'm going to check chat, and we're going to do some New York Open, and then we'll see what other questions everybody has and what we want to look at. Miami Bitcoins. M. Can we please stop going up? That'd be nice. Could we go down? You are making me miss this trade right now, you asshole. Ah, whatever. I may still be brave enough. We'll see. It just, as you can tell right there, it's just continuing to try and poopy pants on my risk reward. Why are you making this so unfun for us, Bitcoin? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Am I going to have to put my stop loss in the middle of this demand? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I guess here's what's another way I can think about this. Do not go full position here. Yes. Yes. Okay, so next candle is market open. Yeah, still looking for a wick down and a recovery. It's volume on this thing. There's your wick. There's your recovery. Still waiting. Finger on the trigger. And long button hit. Come on, dude. What are we doing? So yeah, no, I did not go into full position there. Um, and because if I'm prepared to add here, if we have to go down to mitigate, and just is what it is. Cool. Let me pop chat back to open. And what do we want to crack on? All right. I'm looking to add my soul long. I'm 80% out. Would you recommend adding to it? If it retraces lower, the demand is still the demand above still under, so I'm a little concerned. Yeah, we'll take a look at Soul, and yeah, I suspect the answer that we're going to find on Soul is yes. Oh, great question, Luke. So target one just got hit, but target one for take profit. Um, this is my de-risk point. Um, where you know, like even if it's just small adjustments to stop loss, whatever, just some manner of de-risking in this area. Um, I think it'd be very logical to potentially shave out here. Um, Monday's high is a definite take profit. Uh, yeah, yeah. Um, but there's a little bit of an opportunity to not be super aggressive on take profits because of this resting liquidity right here. Uh, that's my thought, right? And we also this is a good presentation. This is my favorite presentation, really, when you have come down, sweeping the bottom of the range before coming up, right? Versus setting a low, creeping up from the low. So price comes up, comes down, sets that low, and then just creeps up from the low and breaks the high. That's a whole different look. What we have this morning goes the opposite direction, which I prefer. Um, mine is 96, 984, 96, 984. Yeah. Like front run that thing a touch. And then we'll move over and take a look at Soul. Because I am still long on Soul also. Um, okay, so this is the untouched area of the chart that I have a feeling Fine is referring to. Let's think through this. Okay, so let's think through this. Um, let's presume that price comes up into this area um, and then retraces, okay? And then retraces. You're going to have, how do I want to draw this? We're going to do it like this. Comes up into here, and then it begins to retrace. Um, you will break your upward structure from the low here. So if you start losing that structure on the retrace, then I would be very hesitant to add to the long. But if we end up holding this general zone as demand, then we see price coming back down into here. I'm on the 15-minute time frame. Let's bump up to the 30. So we're still looking at 30-minute structure. So maybe you're lucky on the 5 minute or so, that as we come back down in here, you see that. That would make me want to add to my long trade. Oh, come on. All right. So let's take a fresh look at this. So we have our break, and we have our newly formed demand. So range, initiation, mitigation, continuation, hopefully, right? Hopefully. But this is also why I was saying important to make an effort for some manner of de-risking in this area because of that rim C concept. Where's the button that makes the desk go down? There we go. No, that wasn't the right button. There it is. All right. All right. So the market is just now kind of returned to where those initial orders were filled. Not surprising. Looks like so far they want to defend those positions. Which is nice because it means they're defending my position. Well, I think I wanted to. Oh, me and that highlighter. The majority of your bullish volume existed in this candle right here. Slightly underwater at the moment. Can you believe that 45-minute candle worked on render? Ah, funny. You guys are quiet this morning, man. Or maybe I'm quiet. Are we actually going to get back down into here? That's pretty sweet. Hopefully, we don't lose this trade. It's a deep mitigation, man. Well, I mean, I guess not yet, but um, obviously, could be better. Boy, that'd be so. This is wild. Is it going to come for the low? If it is, like, obviously, I didn't see that coming. Oh, if nothing else, I mean, like, I'm glad I was very forward about de-risking in that area. So there is that. Did not see that coming, y'all. That's a stop on my end. Interesting. Well, hell. All right. Ugly SFP on the 15. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good eye. Good eye. Good eye. Probably in the 10 too. It's a little closer to 10-minute structure in my book, but yes, great eye. That failed to close above the 10-minute or fifth, whatever. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. And I missed that. Good on you for watching the higher time frame. I will admit it just didn't it didn't make a uh, it didn't make a lot of sense to me to come here and here on market open. It just didn't. And I saw that it was coming here. Can't win them all. See, the cool thing about Alex is if he'd have taken that entry, he'd have made money. That is 100% where his approach is pretty dope. Hmm. See, I want to be patient with this because, well, did we SFP the bottom too? No, see, we didn't quite SFP that bottom. Um, I want to be a little careful in this. Oh, well, never mind. Why did it look so different on the 15? That's not 15-minute structure. This is a pretty rude move, Bitcoin. Pretty rude move. Anyways, I guess I didn't finish my prior thought. Maybe there's too much music in my headphones. Um, I mean, this was the other area I wanted to long. Um, I guess what was I saying? I was just saying let's be cautious because we may have broken, um, the structure bearishly, but yeah, not so sold on that. I'm not so sold on the break. God, I gotta change the colors on these. Let's do that. Ooh, much better. Much better. All right. Well, I'm gonna need something to talk about because it just isn't. It's no fun for me if I'm just sitting here quiet. So I guess let me check chat. I should maybe you guys did give me something to talk about. BTC wants to be ETH now. Stomps all over anyone's TA. Seek and destroy. What's going on that ETH chart? I always avoid it like the plague. Hmm. Hmm. No. Hmm. Not in love with the fact that we've already recovered 50% of that. I don't love that. It's just it's still very unclear for additional entries for me at this point. Um, hey, Alex says I got the short on the top, high time frame, 1 hour order block. Don't see the order block on the 1 hour, but I'm glad you got a little bit short. Now you're going for equal lows at 94,900. Oh, I'm so lost. I'm so lost. Oh, I see him now. I see him. I was like, what are we talking about? You're going for those guys. I would say, see, as far as order blocks go, I'd say it's if you had to take it, if I had to take it to one candle, it'd be that 1 15 minute candle right there. But I also have a general rule of thumb, which is if I'm over halfway through it, it doesn't. I often, this is an indication to me that supply is not very strong in this area. Obviously, it can be wrong, and this whole thing could grenade. But it's just my general rule of thumb. You're over 50% of the way through supply. If supply has a lot of strength to it, it's typically the lower section that holds. But I guess it is an S&P. Whatever. What ifs? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, Deborah, yeah, no problem, man. You're more than welcome. Glad you got a piece of that. Oh, I just played the small time frame Model 1 distribution order block 30 minute. My bad. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I'm with you all over that. Order block 30 minute done. That might have been where I had it originally drawn. Small time frame distribution, 1 minute. I see it. I see it. I see it. One, two, three, break, back test. Boom. I see it. Yeah, what does this mean for soul? Well, not good things. Definitely not if you lose that low. Hmm. Damn, I might have to fucking sort this thing. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Or I say, hey, you know what? I got it wrong once already this morning. Maybe it's time to, you know, think of like protecting capital, right? Yesterday I made almost a 5R on the way down, and then caught some longs on the way up. So losing 1 hour this morning, that wasn't a full R. That was a half a position. So losing like a half of 1 hour yesterday, I'm still up for the day, and so it's like, well, maybe we should keep it that way. Um, yeah, because we'll see. We'll see. Structure very soon here is gonna tell me. whether I get to short it. And it would literally be for me come down over halfway through this and back test this prior range, and then I quite likely will be interested in a short. Man, if I'd only seen that S&P this morning. Ah, oh well. Oh man, I have so much stuff to do today, guys. I'm gonna let the last of my yeah, I'm letting the last of my long on soul stop here. Sure, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go check Discord real quick, and yeah, we should take a look at XRP. Yeah, fine. I see your question. Let's talk about this real quick. So yes, I will stair step. I will stair step this, just like you're doing right here. If this first one does not look like a break, then yes, I want this one to break next. I want that to break next. So yes, I will stair step this just like that. Absolutely. Yes, yeah, yep, yep, yep. I would stair step that just like that. Totally, totally. And I could probably give you somewhat of an example on the Bitcoin chart right here. To me, the image you sent me is the exact same in principle and nature. It is the exact same thing as that, right? Whereas, I didn't consider this, so the SFP here, right? So I don't consider this what am I trying to, oh, my poor brain right now. Let's use this one as an example. So we see the SFP here, but this low right here breaks here, right? It breaks here. But yeah, I stair step that breakdown. Use a little, don't be afraid to use a little bit of common sense in it. You know what I mean? Like it's not a hard rule of mine. Um, like, oh God, is the internet dying now? Yep. Yep. Hopefully my answer came through on the stream. My internet started to fail. I might, the whole stream may have failed for all I know. So I'm just going to type this.